Yeah, well, I'm here as an interested Democrat, off the clock, watching the races.
Right. Any races in particular that you're worried about that might impact higher education?
Well, I think, obviously, as a guy who works for the governor, I have a very strong understanding of the governor's influence in how we fund higher education and the directions that we take. And I obviously believe that we need to stay on the policy path that we followed. So, that race obviously interests me a lot from that standpoint. But, the federal funding that we get obviously has helped us a lot in higher education and helped stabilize some significant, shifts and changes over the last couple of years. So, people who are in line with making sure that we continue support for higher education, continue funding higher education, are people that I'm very supportive of.
Right. And now the final drafts and the final proposal from the strategic planning process is due to the governor the 4th, correct?
Yes.
Is there any worry that with perhaps changing parties or changing tides that process might not be regarded the way it would have been with a continuing governor?
No, I mean, the plan was always one way or the other, whether Governor Ritter was running, whether whoever was running, and we bring together a group of people who care about Colorado, who are invested in the future of higher education, and who have a significant voice in the community to carry that message forward. And that's what we did. We got together a very good group of people who worked thousands of hours over the last 11 months to put together a product that I think they're very proud of. And we're going to hand off to the next administration, whoever that is, as a bipartisan product, as something that says, look, here's where we think, you need to go with higher education. Here's a blueprint for the issues we're facing in the state and the options that you have in order to maintain this as an asset for the state.
And then, I guess just one final question. Tom Tancredo, candidate for governor, mentioned at a debate a few weeks ago that he would want to look into a stipend, kind of similar to COP, to fund all of higher education at every level, so undergraduate through postgraduate PhD.
Right.
What would be your initial reaction to something like that?
Well, over the last 11 months, we've looked at everything too. So I don't begrudge anybody who says we need to look at something different. We clearly have funding issues. So all those things are worth looking at and exploring. But ultimately, it comes down to, it depends on what you want out of higher education. We've laid out in the strategic plan some goals, some things that we think would benefit the state of Colorado. And then the question is, how do you resource them?
Well, I guess we're going to find out the answers to some of these a little bit later on today.
We'll get some answers tonight, but